I'm talking about your date, Rose. Who is the secret man you're seeing?
Oh, it's not a secret. His name's Ray. He's a friend of Miles.
You are dating a friend of Miles, you scallywag.
You skunkweed.
What's that mean?
I don't know. What is yours?
Don't listen to her, Blanche.
You grow a beard, Dorothy. Believe me, I woke up one morning, I looked like Arafat.
Oh, my
I never grew a beard. You never grew brains either.
Well, I tell you, menopause was wonderful for me.
To this day, I don't know why I couldn't sell them.
Did you ever hear of napkins, Stanley?
Hey, so I didn't make the cover of Fortune. I'm just trying to do something to make things better for us. All our friends were moving up, and we were stuck with a one-way ticket to Palookaville.
Oh, girls, you're just in time. Where's Blanche?
Oh, she said to save her a seat. She saw a man smiling at her out in the hall.
Attractive as in drop-dead stunningly gorgeous.
Attractive as in attractive.
All right, what else?
She's someone I share my innermost secrets with in strictest confidence.
You mean like the time you told me you borrowed Blanche's car, dented it, and said the bag...
Because I was Mrs. Lucky and never knew it? What about the present Mrs. Lucky? Does she know what a maggot you are?
Magnet, Dorothy, magnet.
Hey, Dad. I'll be with you in a second. Ma, could I see you in...
Woe is me. Woe is me.
Problem, Blanche?
Yes. It's my hair. It has split ends. It's dull and listless. It makes my face look...
It's age?
They'll always be there for me. And I'd like to enroll all of you in that fellowship.
No.
But you've got to.
Why?
Because if I don't meet my quota for enrolling new people in this loving, accepting, caring fellowship, they're going to kick me.
She's something. I'm really proud of her. Now, if I could just manage to rope myself a doctor that easily.
Honey, I don't think there's enough sugar left in the bowl. He's back. I saw him running across my...
Uh-huh. Yeah, right. 6 o'clock at Mildred's. We're putting together a list of demands to present to that scuzzball McCracken at work tomorrow. Good. Oh, and Edna, bring some sherry. Nobody bought that glaucoma story when you whipped out that reefer last...
Ma, what are you doing up?
Just having a Maalox moment. What about you?
Thinking about Glenn. Oh, this whole thing is so rushed. Ma, I'm afraid I'm too old to make another mistake.
We could do both jobs at the same time. But everyone hated Minky. Well, he seemed to take great pleasure in giving other people pain. They hated him so much that nobody ever went to the dentist or the library. In 1938, you could tell if someone was from St. Olaf. They were illiterate and they had teeth that looked like Indian coal.
St. Gustav by plane, Dorothy. You have to go by toboggan. Of course, traveling in the summer is really rough on the old hiney.
But it's a great way to rack up lots of frequent tobogganer mileage.
Leonard.
Hi, Chuck. George, I'm a multiple personality. How do you know which one of the three of me I am?
Well, because Mr. Fix-It and Boris use a key.
Well, the three of us all live in the same body. I don't know why they don't let me use the key.
It's because I've joined this group, and they teach you to use positive thinking to bring health and success and love into your life. There's a meeting tonight. You want to come?
Oh, Rose, come on, forget it. This is just a fad. I mean, this is for gullible people who believe in magic.
Dorothy, you're not very open-minded.
I am so. Now shut up.
I'll be honest with you, Kate, I never liked him. From the moment that worm slithered into your life, I knew he was no good. What kind of a man has so little respect for the institution of marriage that he can cheat on a wonderful woman and jump into bed with the first available bimbo who comes?
I want you both to get an idea of what it's like for all the people that you collect rent from. So I'm going to sentence both of you to live in apartment 3C in this building until such time as it is brought up to code.
Wait a minute, you want me to live with him in the same apartment?
That's right.
Max, put the paintbrush down a minute. Taste this pizza. I want an absolutely honest opinion.
I'm dying.
Yeah?
It's gorgeous.
Yeah?
Perfection, like velvet in my mouth. A masterpiece.
Get him on a couch made out of Corinthian leather.
The woman has such lofty ambitions.
Thanks for the suggestion, Sophia, but there's really nothing Enrique Mas can do. They have the legal right to cut off the pension. No, I'll just have to get out there tomorrow.
It's like you didn't hear a word I said.
Came to town dressed as sandwiches. Charlie and I forgot to put cheese between us, and before I knew it, there was Kirsten.
Look, Blanche, what Rebecca is doing is really not so tempting as a blind person.
I'll talk to her. Rose?
Yes.
Lily, I know you just wanted to see if I was all right.
What do you want me to do, throw her out?
Yes, and while you're at it, ditch the commie.
I don't believe this. I just don't believe it.
Blanche, what's the matter?
Listen to this. Vixen stared at herself in the mirror.
Go, Blanche.
Oh, my fingers to the bone 12 hours a week at the museum. Picasso on your left, snack bar downstairs. It's a wonder I'm not an alcoholic.
What I meant was, how about working for me? I'm swamped with this project for Enrique Mas, and there is money for an assistant.
Tell me more.
Well, we're compiling statistics on...
Oh, you know Sam down the block, the one who thinks he's hiding his stomach by wearing Hawaiian shirts?
Yeah, Sam is fine.
His brother went for a checkup 7 years ago. The doctor said he was great. 3 days after the exam, he was dead.
Ma, he owed money to a guy named Face and got thrown off a pier.
Honey, do you still think you can fly?
Yes.
Fine. Then if you're going to fly, you're going to have to take me with you. Do you still want to do it?
Absolutely.
I really should have paid closer attention during that refresher course back at the junior college.
If he does, tell him to come by my room.
Who can that be at this hour?
Maybe it's Blanche's date.
Oh, he better not show up here. I'll get him.
Hi, everyone. It's
Fine, rich, young black man off the top of my head.
Wait just a minute till I get a pencil.
Mama, I love Michael. I don't care about his color. Honey, it's just a phase. Ever since Diana Ross started marrying white men.
That is to get my degree.
Well, it's going to take a lot of hard work on your part.
You mean like extra credit?
Well, you could say that.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm ready, willing, and able. I'll do whatever I have to.
Oh, I like your attitude, Blanche. This is my,
calls up and says she's got herself an agent.
Oh, nice.
Not nice, Oliver. She's been in New York 6 days. Now she's got an agent who says she's perfect for commercials. And who knows what the hell she's going to do.
Wouldn't it be funny?
Joe Namath, your turn, Rose.
Okay, music history. Here goes. What famous Mozart composition, completed in 1787, is a serenade in G for 2 violins, viola, cello, and double bass in 4
He's just a little field mouse who's lost his way. He'll listen to me. Mice always have.
Rose, do you have any idea how weird you are?
Girls, I am just beside myself. I don't know what to do.
Honey, what?
It's incredible. You think you're dying, you feel death enter your body. A doctor comes, he says you're fine, you're ready to swim the English Channel.
I can't tell you how happy I am. I want you around for a long, long time.
They'll have to murder me. Though I must admit I was a little excited about seeing... My heart is pounding in my ears. But then again, it always pounds in my ears. I could see the finish line. It was only 200-300 yards away. And then it happened. What every runner dreads. I hit the wall.
Ma, you ran out of steam.
No,
What was the best sex you ever had?
Oh, way to go, Rose. Look, Blanche, it's late. There's only 1 cheesecake left, so let's make menopause the cutoff point.
Best sex. Oh, it's just so hard to rate these things. There's degree of difficulty, style points, choice of...
Come again?
I wasn't going to say anything about this, Dorothy, but I won't be able to sleep until I do. I feel that you have backed me into a corner. And when I am backed into a corner, I come out fighting like a wildcat. Unless I've had too much to drink, in which case I slide... My imagination, my life is a romance novel.
your life is a sports page.
Listen, tell me I can't do better than this in my sleep. He grabbed her. She could feel his fingers pressing into her moist flesh. Her heart was pounding, her loins on fire.
You can do that when you're just good friends?
Hey, I want to get in good with St. Peter. I don't want his job.
You know, me and Esther and you and Salvador, we were all good together.
The best.
Ooh, that hurts.
I'm not having any trouble.
Why is it that doesn't surprise me?
Okay, everybody on their feet. Whirly birds!
So you find one little flaw in somebody and you run away.
A little flaw? He has skinny arms. How'd you like to be made love to by somebody who has arms like your mother?
My father made love to her because of her inner beauty.
He never saw me naked. Think of it, it wasn't a string, it was a piano wire. Actually, it wasn't your finger, it was your neck. Anyway, it was very popular. In fact, piano wire was our village's second biggest export. You know what our biggest export was? No. Too bad, I don't remember either.
Blanche, morning, Ma. You sleep well?
No, I have that recurring nightmare. You know, the one where I'm in bed with Warren Beatty, and he says, sorry, this is too sick even for me.
Well, now I know why Hemingway killed himself. Oh, girls, I have writer's block. It is the worst feeling in the world.
Rose, it's me.
Miles?
I've come back, Rose. I had to see you.
But you've changed.
Well, I'm Amish, Rose. That's my new identity in the witness protection program. See, I'm an Amish man. I live on an Amish farm. I carry wood, I dig holes, and then I milk things.
Mr. Belvedere is a humble servant. Stanley, you're a horse's ass.
Hey, big guy. Everybody, this is Dr. Jerry.
Dr. Jerry. Oh, it must be great having just one name.
In her deposition, Mrs. Hartgrove said that you're in possession of an illegal hot plate.
That while the two of you were cooking, the curtains caught on fire? That you panicked and fled and the fire continued unchecked?
Now wait just a minute. This is crazy. Do you have any proof? Did anybody find that alleged hot plate?
Yes, it is. Officers?
You brought the cops?
That's right, I came prepared. Officers, shoot these people. You heard me. I'm a taxpayer. Shoot.
Lie.
Oh, Ma, come on. Are you saying that you never stretched the truth with me?
Those were harmless lies.
So all first-grade girls wear men's shoes?
I put those on them, didn't I? You do the best you can.
I was just gonna make some lemonade. I bet you girls could really use some.
Great.
Okie dokie.
Sophia, remember, we swore we don't tell anybody.
Not even Dorothy. I think I owe it to her. It was her money.
Nobody. I just couldn't stand the humiliation. You want the world to know that...
Sophia, how was your date last night?
Tony Del Vecchio is a dreamboat. I wouldn't mind glancing over at the night table and seeing his teeth next to mine.
Ma, please. I mean, it's probably silly, but I'm not that comfortable hearing about your told me that I looked nice, with a little lilt in his voice, and tried to blow my skirt over my head.
Everything but the white horse, huh, pussycat? Look, Sophia Petrillo doesn't give up. She fights for her man. She can overcome anything.
The funeral is for a neighbor.
Oh, well, my condolences.
Oh, no, there's no need. We didn't like her.
In fact, the whole neighborhood despised him.
Oh, I see. Well, how did she pass on?
She killed him.
Rough neighborhood.
Look, Mr. Pfeiffer.
What was that you had?
Trout.
What do they call it in French?
Le trout.
French is such a romantic language. Oh, I love the food, I love the wine, and especially the company.
Rose, I've been putting this off all evening, but there's something I want to talk to you about.
We expect you each to cough up $2,500 in 30 days.
Well, what if we can't?
We'll just have to put a lien on your bank accounts, your property, and your salaries. And if that doesn't work, we'll just have to incarcerate you.
Oh, my God. We're going to jail.
Oh, Ma, how can I?
Why, Dorothy, what's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. I single-handedly ruined a man's life today.
Which hand?
This hand! What difference does it make what hand? I ruined him, that's all. I was in over my head. I played with fire and I lost. I don't have your Wait a minute, you have mine.
I gave them to you.
Hold everything. I think my purse is missing, too.
So is mine. Girls, you know what this means? Somebody snuck in here while we were asleep and grabbed our dough.
Just for being too thin.
Come on, girls.
Okay, thanks for coming over.
Bye, honey.
Have a nice time. You can move on.
Hello, lady.
Bye, George. Bye, George.
Ah, Sophia.
Hi, George. Bye, George.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Sweetheart! Whoa, what are you doing home?
Dorothy, do you think I'm dressed okay for the dog races?
That depends. Are you competing?
Sophia, nothing you can say is going to bother me. And you know why? Because when I'm with Stephen, I don't know, I get goosebumps. I feel all tingly.
We're talking about the sacred institution of marriage here. Are you willing to sacrifice the happiness of these two kids for the almighty dollar? Yes! I just want to be sure we were in agreement. You know, I'm going to put Priscilla on now. Perfect place for her.
Really?
Well, it's not as nice as Shady Pines, but the staff really seems to care, and the patients are happy.
Well, Rose, that is fantastic. And it won't cost any more than Sunny Pastures?
Well, that's the one little problem. Lillian's benefits won't quite cover the costs. She'll need another... Sheriff, I'm afraid there's been some kind of a mistake. This woman's my mother.
But I have a telex here that says that...
I don't care what it says on that paper. She's my mother, and we're just on our way home together. So if you'll kindly excuse us, we have a bus to catch. Come on, Mama.
Bum, 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 bum. Mr. Simon, bring me a dream. Bum, 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 bum. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Bum, 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 bum. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. Bum, 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 bum. And tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Oliver.
You want to know who I spent the night with?
No, Oliver.
The cabin crew of Lufthansa.
So I have to go back. You're 18. You don't have to do anything. We're not going to force you.
We will, however, cut you off without a dime and never talk to you again.
So you...
Alone.
Oh, no, don't you leave, girls. Don't you leave. I want my friends here to share my happiness, my enormous happiness. Honey, tell me all about Paris. Where'd you live? Where'd you work?
Where'd you find jeans that size?
Sophia?
No, Mama, it's okay. I may have lost my figure, but I still have my...
Oh, that's wonderful, Blanche.
It is for you. They found your soul. They didn't find my jewel.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Well, they can sell my jewelry, you see. It's worth something. You want that thing? Nobody wears stoles anymore. My mama's jewels out there on the black market being fondled by...
Cheesecake?
For an emergency.
What kind of emergency? Nuclear war?
Depression. Oh, you'll never guess what I found.
Judge Crater.
Cookies and cream ice cream, my favorite.
Oh, wait a minute. We're eating dessert. We can't start with dessert. If we're going to have dessert, we better have something to begin with.
Dorothy, Sophia, I told the news director I was interested in the reporter's position, and guess what he did?
A Danny Thomas spit take?
No, he's giving me an actual news story to cover as an audition.
Rockma, what?
What? You're sitting on top of me. I open my eyes. I see pores like that. I think I'm on the moon.
Did you have a nice nap, Sophia?
I didn't have a nap. I died a little. I went to heaven.
Oh, Ma, you just...
Having the family I need. Well, I would certainly never have a baby artificially, and I do not approve of you doing it either.
Well, if that's the way you want it, Mama, then you're going to lose me and your grandchild.
She right?
Fine.
Of course.
But we're
Calm down. Let everybody calm down. So, Blanche, how did you die?
I was 92 years old, and I just met this George just back from Dallas. Surprised me with the most beautiful diamond earrings. I love him so much it takes my breath away. Ours is a love so pure, so complete, it'll outlast time itself. I'll have the earrings appraised next week. See, that proves it.
Oh, I feel like such a failure. Here, you've trusted me with a really important job, and I'm just not doing it.
I know how hard your job is, and how good you are at it. Until you started working for me, my neck was like that.
Well, no wonder I'm cracking.
I don't want you to cry.
There is something.
Dorothy, you know you have the most beautiful eyes. And a quarter in your ear.
Ken, we really have to talk.
What's the matter, sweetheart?
I don't know whether this is harder to say or harder to hear. To relax when you have to speak in front of a group of people is to imagine what they all look like naked.
Really?
Yep. And if you do it right, you'll probably even start to laugh. Nothing to think over. What he did is sexual harassment. He cannot get away with that.
But I don't know if I can pass this course on my own.
Oh, Blanche, believe me, in the long run, you'll be so much happier if you use your brains instead of your body.
I don't know if I can. When I was little, I was always overshadowed by my sisters. They were...
That loss, Dorothy. You just picked up the pieces and went on, just like you did after Stanley ran off with that stewardess. Boy, I envy you your gumption.
Yes, and I, your breast implant.
This may not be my place, but you... So your wife had triplets.
That's wonderful.
What are they?
That's when 3 babies are born at the same time.
Look, I really appreciate you all taking care of Emily, and I am sorry if I caused you any trouble.
Oh, she was no trouble at all. She was just a precious little angel. Well, it's time to go home now, Emily. Certainly.
Good, then hear this. May you lose the 3 hairs left on your head.
Oh, yeah? Well, may you lose your tweezers so your eyebrows meet to cover the wart in the middle of your forehead.
That's not a wart, that's a beauty mark.
On Sophia Loren, it's a beauty mark. On you and Khrushchev, it's a wart.
Thanks a lot for leaving me home. Lucky I found this nice German kid who flew me to Red Square. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're dying to hear my act, so I'll get right to it. I just flew in from Miami, and boy, I gotta tell you, you're...
Blanche, please, it's getting late. Dorothy's right. You really have had a chance to say goodbye.
But I can't say goodbye.
Oh, Blanche.
Oh, Dorothy, I know, but there's something I haven't told you about this room, something I haven't said because I was afraid you'd think I was weird. My grandmother... Dorothy looks very happy, doesn't she, Sophia?
Money. You know, I always thought it was sad. I outlived my whole family. But I never knew it was going to be a punishment.
The hotel business started to slump. Hundreds of people got laid off. I went looking for work.
Emerging from her morning toilette.
It's Lana with a message from Dorothy. Whatever the favor is, forget it.
Dorothy Zbornak, have I got a man for you?
No thanks, had one.
Made me by, so I came by the house. The neighbors told me what happened.
I'm so happy you're cheap.
So how's Sophia doing?
We still don't know.
Oh, Stan, I'm scared. This is Zbornak? Oh. Dr. Seymour, is my mother going to be all right?
Her condition is quite serious.
But you said it was just a simple virus.
It's advanced to pneumonia.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Damn, I'm good.
Well, what do you think? Isn't this romantic?
Oh, yes, it certainly is.
Did you build it much since it burned down and gone with the wind?
Oh, Big Daddy, I'm glad you're here.
Well, I see you all getting acquainted. How are you, darling?
Oh, Big Daddy, we need to talk.
Rose, honey, let's show Margaret how you make the hose dance around when you turn it on full blast.
How's the patient?
Will you turn off that damn light? I'm trying to sleep. Where am I? Who am I? Why am I so wrinkled?
Don't be alarmed. Temporary amnesia is not uncommon.
Sophia? It's Stan.
Oh, Michael gave me that. Let's go. I can't believe it. A grandchild.
Little Roger.
Roger? What do you want him to be, a choreographer? It's Lamar.
Putting in all the bedrooms.
Ma, what the hell are you doing?
Selling the house. And that's a working fireplace. And with these cathedral ceilings, you could stack 50 VCRs if you wanted to. So you think it over, and if you're interested, give us a call.
I make offer now. If you like, you call.
Always the work of Jay Sandridge. And Jay did that pilot, which we saw, and he set a template, he set a rhythm and a pace and a dynamic, which I was very fortunate to be able to emulate, and I owe him a great debt of gratitude and probably a great deal of money, but I'll settle for the gratitude. So that's my response to seeing that pilot again.
Mama, how do you know that?
When you reach my age, you get pretty good at spotting the 12 warning signs of death.
What are they?
Number 1, your children start visiting during the week. Number 2, your doctor won't let you post-date a check.
It was your work, but it won't happen again, I promise.
No, it won't.
Goodbye, Mr. Gordon.
Malcolm.
Sorry.
So am I.
One April, Niels decided to breed Brunhilde. That's the pig, not the daughter. And he chose April because that's when pigs are at their most beautiful and desirable. Unfortunately, so was Fricka. So while Brunhilde and the pig were doing their thing, Fricka and the local...
Well, Floyd McCall! Oh, shame on you sneaking up on us like that. And in front of this young child, too.
Blanche, this is Linda.
Hello, Linda, honey. Is your daddy taking you out to lunch?
Linda's just a friend, Blanche.
Oops. Oh, Floyd, I'm just so
Be friends, can we? Of course we can. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, well, so am I. You look lovely tonight. I look like the mother of a solid gold dancer.
Girls, I want to give you...
Most adorable dance I think I've ever seen. Rose, honey, could I look at your hat for a minute?
Are you? Who did she do this to? Dorothy, what's happening?
Oh, Blanche, don't you see we were supposed to look after her? We knew that she gets hot at weddings. She was counting on us.
You don't look after me when I get hot.
That's because I also have a day job.
Here's the...
Sandra, honey, are you moaning? No, say it slowly. Oh, God, it's raining. Oh, God, it's raining. Oh, God, it's raining!
Well, there are just dozens of ways to seduce a man. Hundreds, maybe even thousands.
I think that you should forget the ones that involve swinging naked from a door frame.
You need to get him in a romantic situation, Rose. Why don't you ask him to take you away for the weekend?
I think we should
Hey, now, Angela, there's something I want to give you. Here. That's a necklace Mama gave you. I know, I want you to have it. It's my way of apologizing for the way I acted.
Oh, Sophia, this is the nicest thing anybody ever gave me.
Don't get all choked.
A new and fascinating friend. Oh, thank you so much. I'm really touched. Look, why don't I go ahead and get the coffee and let the three of you get to know each other?
Barbara, that is such a stunning brooch. Wherever did you get it?
Oh, I was in Morocco working on a novel, not to mention a dashing young Moroccan.
Oh! That's when Stan did his walrus imitation with the straws up his nose.
Sure have come a long way since then.
Yeah, now Stan uses breadsticks.
I had quite a crush on you.
You did?
Sure did. And that's why I'm glad we're here together tonight. I know it may...
Would you tell us the truth about Bob Fredericks?
True. Absolutely true.
How about Howard Asher?
True.
And we were going to give you your wedding gift tomorrow, but since we won't see you, why don't you take it home with you tonight?
Oh, thank you. Good night. Dorothy, are you crazy? We're going to lose a fortune on this wedding.
And you let her march out that door with your best piece of crystal.
Hello, police.
Swept up in the wave?
Yes, that's it. Can't use this towel.
Blanche, It's an emergency. We'll replace it next week.
Oh, no, you cannot replace this towel. There are too many fond memories attached to this towel.
Blanche, please, I am in no mood to hear about the parade of endless sexual encounters that you have experienced up and down the... I have packed my last suitcase.
You ready, Dorothy?
Ready, Freddy.
Dorothy, they know.
Oh. I'll be out in just a minute.
Okay.
You told us, Blanche, because he's blind.
Yes, because he's blind, but you don't know what it meant to me dating a blind man. John took away the one thing I'd always felt secure about, my looks. How do I always attract men? By being pretty, by acting sexy, showing a little leg. With John, those things don't work. I spent half the time
When I had a severe attack of writer's block. My head was devoid of all ideas and thoughts.
That happens to me a lot.
Do you write?
No. Why do you ask?
I'd rather date you, lady.
Sweet Jesus, I've just done the impossible. I converted
Bless you.
Stop blessing her. She got what she deserved for running around in the rain for some...
Au revoir. Oh, hello, Sophia.
Hello, Eddie. Oh, Eddie, I never noticed that beauty mark on your neck.
What beauty mark?
That one!
other things, too. We console each other, we help each other, we advise each other. And then we talk about sex again.
I am so glad that my date with Barry is tomorrow. The fat won't have time to show.
It won't?
No, it always takes a few days before it shows.
Things in your ascot? Where'd you get the idea I was a wealthy widow?
Oh, Jerry Giordano.
I just told him that so he'd take me to bingo.
You are the wealthy widow?
I can't even keep a minimum balance in my checking account.
My regards to your lovely family.
I don't know what you're so upset about.
Which number 3? Which? He cast me as a witch? Well, who got Lady Macbeth? Don't tell me. Probably one of those little theater groupies with a mattress strapped to it.
Can I have food now?
Ma, you know that I'm not giving you food because you're not supposed to eat or drink anything the day of an operation.
I'm not going to any hospital. Sophia, I'm working on the admitting desk. Does that make it less scary? Oh, sure. In that...
God, I wish I was dead.
Blanche, let's go get the hors d'oeuvre. Excuse us.
Oh, I have never been so embarrassed in my entire life. I made a fool of myself, didn't I?
Yes.
Awful, just awful. And a lobster.
Blanche!
I'm fine. Ooh, a wonderful strawberry shake.
Strawberry, I bet that'd go great with a burger.
Ma, you're being a little insensitive, aren't you?
It's last minute, so we'll take short, bald, fat.
I'm sorry, Sophia, but I've already pawned Rose off on his fat friend. He's a lighting director.
Blanche, I've never been out with a fat lighting director.
What do we talk about? How should I know, honey? Talk about light bulbs. That's a good idea.
Dorothy, how would you feel if you dropped dead and nobody showed up at your funeral?
Well, it's probably a personal thing, but for me, I think dropping dead would be the bigger disappointment.
I know there are going to be tons of people at my funeral.
How can you be so sure?
Because I was at my funeral when I was 60.
In the future, a simple, none of your business, Sophia, will suffice.
Tell me honestly, Blanche, do you have any reason to believe that Laszlo might be interested in you?
Well, just the fact that on numerous occasions he has referred to me as his greatest artistic inspiration ever, bar none.
Make that transmitter at the McDonald's tonight. There's a great movie on TV.
What is it?
In Cold Blood. It's about this innocent family is brutally murdered.
May I
when they
see that, Rose?
Sure.
Dorothy, you got a cough drop?
No.
A hard candy?
No.
A Tic Tac?
Does it say Kmart on the back of my nightgown? World? This is outrageous.
Dorothy, just look at this man. He is obviously guilty as sin. I don't even know why they're bothering with a trial.
What trial?
Oh, the Duncan Osgood trial. You know, that big society murder over in Palm Beach?
What makes you so sure he's guilty?
His wife was found at the bottom of their private lake clutching...
Crockett and Tubbs are wearing darker colors.
Good morning.
Ma, why are you dressed like that?
I'm introducing my new line of tennis wear. What do you think? I'm in mourning.
For whom, Sophia?
Michael.
Hello? What? Oh, my God. It's Ma. She's at the airport. They caught her trying to buy a ticket out of the country. You haven't read The Art of the Deal, have you, Coach?
Do I smell aftershave?
The coach was here trying to get me to compromise my principles.
I don't see what the big deal is about passing this boy. Why, in my neck of the woods, I won't ever ask you for anything again.
All right, I'll see you in a week. Now, I'll call myself collect tonight, and you'll tell him I'm not home, and that way you'll know I arrived.
Ma thinks that Angela tried to steal her boyfriend.
And you don't?
Of course not.
Don't be so sure, Dorothy. Angela and Sophia are sisters. Sisters have a natural adversarial relationship.
That's because it's genetic. It has to do with the double helix of the DNA molecule.
Why?
It's true. I'm home this morning. Someone's buying me breakfast.
Someone?
Okay. Quit badgering me. It's Alvin. Alvin from the boardwalk? No, Rose, Alvin from the Chipmunks.
Girl! Oh, Blanche, there you are. Listen, honey, I have a favor I have to ask. Oh, no, forget it. You're just gonna laugh.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will. You'll just turn it into one hearty laugh at my expense.
Now, Dorothy, this really hurts me. I will not.
You won't even giggle?
No.
I wandered around and finally found.
Speaking of found, look what I found. Butterscotch.
Doesn't get much better than this.
Great. Welcome aboard.
Well, she seems like a nice person. Where's she from?
I don't know.
Is she a beach person?
I don't know.
How long have you lived together?
About a year.
Really?
Look, Rose, we all kind of go our separate ways.
I guess I'm just frozen back in the old days of courtship. Remember when we went to the movies last week?
Hey, when you didn't say a word to me, didn't even try to kiss me goodnight.
The way I remember it, you looked so beautiful, I felt awkward and tongue-tied like a teenager. I was afraid to kiss you.
Afraid of
Who's talking to you?
Dorothy, I spoke to your Aunt Regina in Sicily this morning to tell her about the wedding. She told me I'm in for some very bad luck unless I have the blessing of my eldest daughter or my child with the most facial hair. Either way, all arrows point to you.
in the middle of a railway station.
Boy, you do it any place, don't you, Blanche?
Blanche is talking about coming back from Edna McCarthy's funeral.
Edna McCarthy is dead? Oh, my God, that's terrible. I just sent her a chain letter. You're kidding! Please, there's a natural build to these kind of stories. Sorry. So, finally, the race was underway. I start off slow. I'm cagey, like a panther. But when the time is right, I pounce. The crowd is on its feet. Sophia, Sophia.
I spent all day getting ready. Oh, I could just scratch your eyes out. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, drop dead.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Well, don't wait up. Good night.
Blanche, Steve called and canceled your date, didn't he?
You're ridiculous. In fact, I wish Janet were here to see how wonderful her mother and her little girl are getting along. I just know she's going to let her come back year after year. I'll go get the music.
You be sure and get some sleep tonight, sweetheart, so you'll be all rested when we go to the zoo tomorrow.
I'm not going to the zoo.
Cage was empty. Where could she be?
Ifus, come here, boy.
This one's Dreyfus.
Trudy's dead.
Please, everybody. It happened this morning when we were playing tennis. Trudy's heart just couldn't take it. I'm pretty positive this time it's not morning sickness. Oh, look, I'm probably just upset because Ma isn't going to be there. I just wish she could see Stan the way I see him now.
If she didn't love you, she wouldn't be fighting so hard.
I know.
When you were a child, didn't you have some beautiful, fantastic place where you'd go and it would seem just like a fairyland? Oh, that's right, you grew up in Brooklyn.
Dorothy, hurry, it's Sophia. She's passed out.
What?
Oh, my God, Ma. Thing to do.
I'm off to see Miles. Oh, I hope he's all right.
I'll go with you, Rose. Agnes needs me now. Goodbye, Dorothy. If I'm not home soon, that probably means Agnes is dead. And if Agnes is dead, you killed her. And if you killed her, that makes you a murderer.
Sorry, Doctor. I thought my mother was open enough to understand. Thank you for your time.
Ladies,
Just out of curiosity, you don't have any Tony Bennett socked away, do you?
Which is why there's no Mrs. Feinbaum, dear.
Did you see that, Dorothy? There was a UFO.
Oh, Rose, don't be ridiculous. It was a plane. Deal. Come on.
Planes don't fly over residential neighborhoods.
Neither do UFOs.
Wasn't your kind of crowd, pussycat.
That's funny. It's the same excuse you used when you didn't invite me to my Sweet 16.
Now that was a party.
Hi, it's me.
Everybody, ladies, you're certainly looking... Never mind.
Where's your date, Blanche?
Oh, he'll be along, never fear. In plenty of time to see me win the Best Friend of the Friends of Good Health Award.
Blanche, you must still be running a fever. You're hallucinating.
I am going to... Woman was in the mirror. I didn't even recognize her.
Who was it?
It was me.
Oh, Rose.
Very big winker.
It was more than a wink. He came up to me and he put his big masculine arms around my tiny little waist.
I don't believe you.
What?
I don't believe that he put his big masculine arms around your...
Why can't grief take a holiday?
Oh, it does, Rose, it does. Eventually it comes to Miami like everyone else.
Oh, my God. I don't believe it.
Barry Glick is in town. Oh, I haven't seen him since high school. No matter what you do, everything stays where it's supposed to. Now, when you lean over, it looks like somebody's let the air out of your face.
What?
Honey, lean over a mirror sometime and take a look at yourself.
Where's a mirror?
There's one in the tool drawer. Todd. Trudy's dead.
Please, everybody. It happened this morning when we were playing tennis. Trudy's heart just couldn't take it. Oh, Ma, I hate it when you're right, and I guess I knew you were right all along.
But what are you going to do, Dorothy?
Well, I'll have to have a talk with Eddie. I mean, it is obvious that this relationship has to taper off. All right, I'll end it.
My God, I just want to die.
You're not a fool, Blanche. You're a beautiful, loving, trusting woman. There's no fool here, Blanche.
I guess maybe I'm hoping the shock will be too much for my heart and I'll just drop dead right here. And the minister can bury me with Mr. Pincus. Problem is, I just don't know what it is you like about me. See, I'm used to men liking me for my looks, at least partly. And you don't.
I sure don't. As a matter of fact, I'm glad I never have to look at you.
Same way about me, and I can't tell you how flattering that is. I mean, at this stage of a woman's life, to have someone instantly feel that spark for her is a dream come true. All right, maybe in the dream he wouldn't be a priest. But that doesn't make it any the less flattering.
I guess it's time to turn in.
I guess.
You're not tired.
Not really.
Me neither. Do you feel like dancing?
Oh, I'd love to. I can be dressed and back in that ballroom in 10 minutes.
No, Rose.
You know, Ma, I'm really surprised at you. When I was a little girl, you told me how much it meant to you when you came here to America for the first time. Do you remember what you thought of when you first saw the Statue of Liberty holding up her torch of freedom?
I was amazed.
You see?
I was amazed that women of this Mr. Yamamoto from the school district. I'm so sorry. I thought you were the man Dorothy's having the affair with. I mean, the man Dorothy said he's always so fair with her. Of course, I would expect you to be fair and polite.
Judge Devereaux, Rosen Island.
Pleasure to meet you.
Sit down.
Well, Barbara, Dorothy tells us you're an author.
No, I'm just a writer. Malamud's an author.
I thought Malamudes were chocolate cookies with marshmallows.
Come on, Ma. Now be nice. They're looking forward to your visit. The 6 boys are giving up their bedroom for you.
It'll be a miserable week. I don't even know why I'm going.
Ma, it's your grandson's graduation.
Big deal. Animal grooming school. You'll know how to make that fluffy ball at the end of a poodle's tail.
Well, I really enjoyed talking with you. I hope we meet again soon.
Believe me, we will.
And the good news is that Sophia's still with us. So now you have the chance to tell her how you really feel about her.
I'll go first. Sophia, I drove 30 miles and missed a day of work just to be here. I think it's very selfish of you not to be dead.
Isn't this fun? Dorothy, you haven't even touched your Mr. Ha-Ha dog. You're right. Well, I touched it. You're not having any fun, are you, Dorothy?
Am I that?
Santa.
It's sort of a flop house for infants.
That must be the baby and her nanny now.
Hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late, but you'll never guess what happened today.
Tell me later. Give me the baby and leave.
She said...
$200.
Sold.
When would you like the services?
Gee, I don't know.
Well, how about Thursday night?
Thursday night?
Crazy. Not Thursday, hell no.
Sorry, I forgot. The Cosby Show. How about Friday?
You have a TV guide we could check?
She'll do a fine job.
No, Rose, you don't understand. She only thinks that she has a job. I worked it out with the owner, Mr. Porter. This flu has really knocked her for a loop, and her doctor says she has to rest for at least 3 weeks. I've been working so much, I figured this is the only way I can get someone to keep an eye on her during the day.
Dorothy, there's still some custody of his baby.
Oh, my God.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Oh, I've always dreamed of the chance to be a mother again, but it's a big responsibility.
Oh, it sure is. I'm not sure I could even raise another baby at my age, and I'm far younger than you. And prettier.
This Sven for one day and he falls for the first little floozy that turns his head.
Blanche, did something happen between you and Sven that we don't know about?
You didn't tell them about kissing me?
Kissing him?
Or stroking my hair?
Stroking his hair?
Or feeding?
Eyes met. Sonny fell into the orchestra pit. Lyle forgot his lines and went into Under the Yum Yum Tree. Except for the reviews, it was a magical night.
Sonny, Bono, and Lyle Wagner. Dorothy, this is an embarrassment of riches.
Well, I wanted...
So upset about it, I can't sleep.
Well, then why don't you give him a call?
Oh, honey, I can't do that. He just tried to persuade me to see him again. That's out of the question.
I don't understand what's wrong with Jake. I think he's wonderful. And you're miserable without him.
Well, that may be, but in some ways, in some very important ways, we're just...
Leaving you was the toughest thing that I ever did.
Yeah. I was quite a dish back then.
Longest legs of any girl in the village.
Dorothy, let me out of here right now!
There's only one...
Don't worry, it hardly shows at all. Anyway, at Sonia's wedding, of course, without flowers, they didn't know what to do. I discovered that she was actually on the hayride with little Lars, not big Lars. She yelled, "Whoa!" and jumped right off the wagon. Morning.
Good morning, honey.
I had the strangest dream last night. I was at a baseball game. Charlie Brown was pitching and Schroeder was behind the plate. And Lucy and Snoopy were in the outfield and they wouldn't let me play.
I'll be helping you. Enrique will get involved and put you on TV only if your age discrimination case gets really ugly and the company tries to discredit you, drag your name through the mud, and make you look stupid.
I guess we can only hope.
Okay, I'll need to get some information from you.
Terry, she's very bright.
Your witness.
Angelo, isn't it true that the Zaborniks make you live under deplorable conditions?
No.
And isn't it true that from time to time they shut off the power to the entire building just for funsies?
They didn't have eyes. You know, I can't eat anything with eyes, like lobster.
I can't eat anything that moves.
Like what, Rose? Horses?
Like oysters.
Oysters don't move.
Coco, they could dance. Who cares? Tell us.
Oysters move. Very
be late for temple.
Ma, it's Tuesday, and we're Catholic.
Say, Silas Marner, Paul Bunyan, nothing. You know nothing. People from Minnesota are considered well-read if they get through the Sears catalog. Give me back my book. This is why Hollywood won't get it either. I will not have my words coming out of Glenn Close's mouth. I'd rather die.
Oh, no. If you want to move your product, you got to have exposure. All the great Italian chefs had it. Mama Celeste, Chef Boyardee, and Chef Balducci.
I don't remember Chef Balducci.
Oh, right. He didn't have television exposure. That was indecent exposure.
Librarian saving all the books.
That is amazing. How'd she do that?
She took 2 books in one hand and one in the other and ran like the Dickens.
Your library only has 3 books. What happens when a person's read them all?
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Honey, look at what you're wearing. You can't go like that.
I think the funeral home has someone who handles that branch. But thank you for caring.
I'm talking about our double date. Good grief, this place looks like a hospital ward. Dorothy, don't you know Mike and Larry will be here any minute?
Blanche,
She's not letting go.
I'm sorry, Ma. I don't like to keep secrets.
Oh, like when you kept the secret you were taking me to Shady Pines?
Ma, I swear I didn't sleep more than 7 hours that night. I'm telling Rose.
Hey, Dorothy, if you tell Rose, she'll think I'm trying to hide it.
Oh, honey. No, I know it's a very important vegetable to you, but I'm really stuffed.
And stick your finger in it. Come on, I don't...
Now, what does this have to do with the diary?
Suddenly I'm on Nightline. Are we just trying to tell a story here?
There's no point, Sophia. They've done something terrible and I'll never be able to forgive them.
Rose, isn't there anything we can do?
No, absolutely not. I'm unyielding on this.
Rose, can't you think of anything that'll make us still be friends?
No, this time you've crossed the line.
...as a base.
Fine, we'll just cook in the fireplace and pee in the broom closet. Al?
या मातीच्या कणाकणा हरेकाच्या मना मना या मातीच्या कणाकणा हरेकाच्या मना मना माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतंय माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतंय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतंय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतंय माझ्या भीमानीतच पेटविया अंधार मनात वाटी माझ्या भीमाच्या विद्वत्तेच आता जगही गुणगान गाती माझ्या भीमानीतच पेटविया अंधार मनात वाटी माझ्या भीमाच्या विद्वत्तेच आता जगही गुणगान गाती फुटा फुटा तू पाहुनी माझ्या भीमाला म्हणून आता लाजतोय रकसा म्हणून आता लाजतोय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतंय ते अशोक चक्र बोलतंय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतंय जुनाचं सोनं इथेच माझा अभिमान मान सन्मानाचं जिन त्यानं दिलं अतिश्रमान जुनाचं सोनं इथेच माझ्याभिमान मान सन्मानाचं जिन त्यानं दिलं अतिश्रमान त्याच्या संघर्षातून याद हा सारा समाज आता सजतोय रे हा समाज आता सजतोय रे ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय र ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय र देशहितासाठी भीमराव कधीच नाही हो थकला स्वाभिमानी भीमाचा मनका पुन्हा पुढे तो नाही झुकला देशहितासाठी भीमराव कधीच नाही हो थकला स्वाभिमानी भीमाचा मनका पुन्हा पुढे तो नाही झुकला संविधान देशाचं भीमकरणीने शुभम साजतोय रे आता शुभम साजतोय रे ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय र ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय र मातीच्या कणा कणा हरेकाच्या मना मना माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतय र माझ्या भीमाचं नाव गाजतय र ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय र ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय र ते अशोक चक्र बोलतय रकस तिरंगावरती डोलतय र ते अशोक चक्र